I understand that CommBank was recently a lead arranger for a US $1 billion loan to Santos. 3 weeks ago, the federal court found that Santos failed to consult traditional owners for its Barossa project, and it overturned government approvals. As a signatory to the Equator Principles, CommBank in theory requires its customers to obtain the free, prior and informed consent of traditional owners for their activities. According to the federal court, it has breached these principles by funding Santos. So regarding this important matter, I have a couple of questions that I would like answered. How did this happen? What types of due diligence does the bank conduct around free, prior and informed consent with regards to corporate loans? That's my first question.
Thank you very much. So, firstly, as I mentioned earlier, we won't be commenting on client matters specifically. And I'll come back to, we have set ourselves a target that aligns with 1.5 degrees, which is as good a target as any entity in the world can focus at the moment. And it certainly aligns with the government target and the legislated reductions that have just passed the Parliament. In relation to Indigenous matters, which are referenced in your preamble, we have an Indigenous Advisory Council. We engage with them on matters of all issues, whether it's social, economic or land welfare, and we get advice from them. We are listening and we are educating ourselves. We're not speaking on their behalf, but on all matters we do talk with them and engage with them. In relation to the glide paths we spoke about, we have expectations more broadly as to all of the customers to which we lend, and those expectations need to be met, whether it be legal or otherwise. For us to deliver on our targets, the emphasis of your question has to be taken into account, and it is being taken into account. And as I mentioned earlier to Rabbi's question, we will deliver each year a transparent performance assessment of how we are improving in making decisions in lending to clients, and we will continue to do that. I'm just going to pause and see if Matt wanted to add anything to that without any notice.
No, not specifically, Paul. I mean, I think you've to all of the points that you raised, they're of importance to us, and they're certainly as part of our ongoing environmental, social and governance reviews. But as the Chair said, it would be inappropriate for us to comment specifically on individual clients.
I think you have a second question, Ms. Large.
Yes. So does the bank apply any penalties if a company or project fails to obtain consent?
Again, without talking to specifics, we have protocols that we are following, and as I mentioned, the answer will be in what we actually do and what you see us do and what we report over each of the next 12, 24 and 36 months. All of the directors, the management team and our people want to see us deliver our care, courage and commitment to all aspects of Australian society, and we have to be judged in how we operate. And I think your questions go to the core of us demonstrating that as we report next year with our second climate report in particular. And I look forward to seeing you again and perhaps having a follow-up conversation at that time.
You will.